The Pith helmet in Hats Through History.
Hats Through History!
Hi, I'm looking at the Pith helmet today, and I've actually got 4 different examples to show you. So we may be here for some time. Strap in, sit down, it's going to be a ride. Matt disagrees. Matt thinks they're very, very boring, and he's allowed to be wrong. That's okay. The Pith helmet was first adopted by the British Army in the 1870s. Started with the Indian regiments and then was rolled out for use right throughout the empire. This particular design we have here is the original one. It's called a pith helmet, not because you can actually take a pith in it, but it's actually made from the pith of the coconut trees and then with a cloth cover over the top. The strap around here is called a puggaree. It's the same as the one the Australian Army wears on their slouch hats. And yeah, this was the design that was worn right throughout the empire. During the Zulu War in 1879, the British soldiers, to get a bit of camouflage when they poked their heads up, actually dyed these with tea so that they became more of a khaki colour. However, that leads us directly to this one, which is a slightly later design. As you can see, it's got a more advanced puggaree on here, and a bit of ventilation through the top so that you don't get too warm inside your Bombay bowler, as it was also known. Coverage for the back of the neck here, and very much a useful hat for keeping the sun from your head. As you can see, it's now in the khaki colour and continued right through to the beginning of World War I. 1914 they were last withdrawn from service. However, the hat went on to be a ceremonial helmet and also gave birth to the British police helmet as well. Which of course leads us to a 20th century design. This helmet was purely ceremonial. This particular one was used by the Royal Marine Band. There are several bands throughout the US Army as well that use pith helmets as their headwear of choice for ceremonial occasions. This one is much more solid than the earlier ones, which is rather ironic given its purely ceremonial use. Now, they did get used right through into the latter half of the 20th century. This last form of pith helmet was commonly used throughout Southeast Asia, most associated with the Vietnamese Viet Cong. The North Vietnamese troops quite often had a khaki cover over the top and a red star on the front there, but this was the one used by the field workers and therefore by the Viet Cong during the Vietnam War. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is a multiple of Hats Through History. It's raining hats, hallelujah, we're recording up. Particularly with you threw me off, it's entirely you.